COVID-19 restrictions are being relaxed in most areas of the nation, including our own province, with the promise that in addition to schools reopening, alcohol sales can resume, along with many business types previously closed under the order to prevent the COVID spread. In the capital, things are different. There, strict controls remain in place, including a ban on booze sales on site, as Bangkok, along with neighbouring provinces, remain strictly red-designated zones with a higher risk of the virus. As the Hotel Association of the Eastern Region here filed for and was given a closure order for all hotels by the Governor, the risk of Bangkokians coming here to enjoy what remains banned there is lessened somewhat. The interstate travel for fun is likely to be the sole source, if any, of a future spread of the virus back into our region. Hotels can file to stay open with the Ampur, and some will. Others are doing a decent trade as they service quarantiners, but for most, well, the doors will remain shut for a while yet. Along with Kanchanaburi, Chonburi, which includes Ko Chang, and Chachoengsao, all neighbouring provinces to our own, we'll see entertainment places reopen. Dining in and sales of consumption of alcohol drinks will stop at 11 o'clock, but live music is allowed with dancing prohibited. Meetings, seminars, parties and donation activities can restart using Trace and Track apps, and convenience stores can reopen as usual, which we take to mean that 24/7 opening is once again allowed for them. Pools and spas along with massage centres too. Exercise venues, gymnasiums, fitness clubs and boxing stadiums can all reopen from today. Sunday saw 829 new COVID cases reported around the nation, and let's make no bones about it, these figures are huge compared to just a few months ago. However, neighbouring Malaysia reports over 10,000 daily, and Burma, where testing too is limited, sees upwards of 1,300 a day too. Here, in yesterday's report, there were no new deaths. Of Sunday's count, 722 were traced in Samut Sakhon, 4 in Mahasarakam, 1 in Bangkok, 1 in Chonburi, 1 in Pattaya, 1 in Rayong and 1 in Samut Sakhon. Rayong province, however, is elected to remain more cautious before fully reopening. These decisions are down to the Governor, and their schools will reopen and travel restrictions are limited. However, according to the Governor's office, pubs, bars, nightclubs, karaoke, soapies, cockfighting courts, entertainment venues and boxing stadiums will remain closed for the time being, effectively reducing the number of out-of-province visitors and reducing somewhat any potential of reappearance of the virus. Rayong province neighbours the Pattaya region and includes Ban Chang. It's expected that a one-time 4,000 baht financial relief program for Thai employees who remain employed but have had wage cuts due to COVID will be approved this week. This may well apply to non-Thais who have work permits and have a record of paying into the social security system, but that hasn't been clarified. How likely is that? Well, it appears that the idea comes from the Prime Minister himself, who's noted that employees who remain working despite pay cuts have seen no real benefit from the state to date. In other news, surrogacy, the practice of a woman being implanted with a fertilised egg and giving birth for others, has been virtually banned here since new laws 5 years ago. But, according to reports, the underground dealers have still been busy. It seems that many women carried on and were due over the last year to travel to other countries to give birth. Instead, they had their babies here due to travel restrictions. In some cases, the babies have been taken into care. Others have hidden them from the authorities, and an investigation is ongoing, with reports that the genetic parents, in some cases, are not funding their newborns. Meanwhile, at home and in Pattaya, bars, restaurants and clubs were busy dusting off their venues ready for opening today. Drink companies report a heavy order load, and deliveries were ongoing over the weekend. For some, though, the outlook isn't too good. In some cases where landowners are looking to redevelop, and others saying that they won't be opening for at least a while. There are good landlords that help, and others that are just demanding. Shophouse rents are dropping fast around the city, but we can expect at least a 10-day business boom, perhaps a lull after that. The new Neo Pattaya signage over Walking Street will welcome any visitors. However, as bars and clubs are allowed to open, so the plan is for the neon-lit street to be dug up for cable laying. part of the citywide burying of power cables that was delayed over the New Year period in the hope that the area would have higher footfall. But we're told it's still set to go ahead as of this week. And with the reminder that your favourite restaurants and watering holes should be open from today, and mitts, masks and meters, wash your hands, wear a mask and keep social distancing, along with the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to 23, not as humid as in the past week. That is the local and national news from Fab FM. For videos and of course to keep up with fabulous Pattaya, visit alwayspattaya.com.